Hello my YouTube friends, welcome back to my channel for those of you who've already been following me along, and for those of you who are new, hi, my name is Marcel and welcome to my YouTube channel. Okay guys, so for today's video I decided to do a little Q&A, and I know my first ever YouTube video that I had posted was 3 years ago, and I did a Q&A to get to know me a little bit, but obviously that was 3 years ago and things have definitely changed. so I had asked my followers on Instagram to ask me a few questions that they want to know. So here we are. Let's continue with the video. So since I'm filming on my phone, I'm gonna have to use my laptop. So I have written down all the questions on my notes, and yeah, let's get started. So the first question is, why did you start YouTube? As some of you guys already know, I have been wanting to start YouTube for the longest time, and which I ended up doing eventually 3 years ago, and then I just got very busy with life, and unfortunately some very personal events happened in my life where I had to kind of pause because especially when you're starting out your YouTube career or anything in terms of, you know, beauty, content creation, or just creating content in general, there's a lot of work that goes into it. When it comes to filming, and then when it comes to editing, it's very, very time consuming, and I just couldn't make that commitment at a time. So I paused until here I am again that I feel ready to make this a part of my life, and obviously have you guys, you know, follow me with my journey. And yeah, and obviously YouTube is something that from a young age, it's a platform that I had been watching a lot of amazing creators. I learned a lot from YouTube when it comes to about fashion, especially makeup. For me, my career started off of YouTube by watching other amazing creators and learning a thing or two from them. I'm also a makeup artist, so I am self-taught, and I learned it all pretty much all from YouTube and just practicing and a lot of like trial and error. So, and here we are. Okay. The second question is, where did you grow up? So this is a very long story, but to make it short, I am originally from Afghanistan, so I was born back home, and then when I was about the age of 6 or 7, we moved to India. We lived about 6 years over there. As some of you guys know, Afghans don't or can't generally directly fly from back home to the States or any foreign country. They have to go to a neighboring country in order to be able to travel, you know, overseas. So that was for us, and we moved to India and lived there for 6 years, and then after that we decided to move to Canada. I mean, we knew moving to India that we weren't gonna live there forever, and we just had a case there, and obviously we had a lot of like safety issues and everything. So we were actually one of the luckiest people over there, apparently, because our case was going and working really fast compared to some Afghans that were living there, and they had been living there for like 10 years or 12-15 years, and some of my friends that still live there, their case haven't gone past the first or second step. But I feel like our case also had a lot of credibility to it, which helped a lot with immigration. And you guys will eventually get to know me more, and hopefully I'll be able to, you know, go really into detail about that. But so from then on, we were able to move to Canada, and now and that was in 2015 in February. So now it's been about 7 years, and I live here with my family, and yeah, that's pretty much where I grew up. So I feel like my childhood was like half in Afghanistan, half childhood through teenage years in India, and then like from age of 14 to like I'm 22 now, to now here. So I've kind of been all over the place, but yeah, there wasn't any straight answer I could give you guys, so I had to give you a little bit of background information. The next question is, what's your height? I know some of you guys that follow me on Instagram or that generally see my pictures or maybe some videos, I may come off really, really tall, but I'm not. And I think that's I'm skinny, so, and I have longer legs compared to my upper body, so that's why in pictures, especially the way you pose and everything, it makes a huge difference. But yeah, I am 5'3.5", 5'4" on a good day. But on my ID it's 5'4", so I'm gonna go based on my ID. So another question is favorite store to shop from. If you know me, you know that I hate shopping in person because I just feel like, especially nowadays, the stores don't carry anything that I like, or it's kind of like my style. So I find it being very generic, very basic, and I just can't go with that. So favorite online stores that I shop from is Meshki. I used to shop a lot from Fashion Nova, but not so anymore. Opoly, and what is another store? And Zara as well. These are like my go-to stores that I shop from. And the next question is, how do you deal with haters? Simple answer to that is I don't, to be honest with you, especially because I have been on social media, and especially on Instagram, since I was in grade 10 or grade 11, and that's when I started my modeling career. And then I started working as an Instagram model and worked along with a lot of amazing photographers, a lot of business owners that wanted me to promote their products and stuff. So I worked with them a lot and did a lot of collab work. So there was a little bit of like backlash, there was a little bit of hate, there was a little bit of those negative comments about the way I dress, about the way I look a certain way, or whatever it may be. Until now that I'm on TikTok and now YouTube, I've always gotten some sort of negative comments. But what I look at it is positive perspective. Because if you're doing something right, and if you're living your life, and at the end of the day, if that makes you happy, it doesn't matter if people has to say something about you, because at the end of the day, those are people that are hiding behind a computer screen that have nothing positive going on for their lives, and they're just trying to make themselves feel good and feel better by saying something negative to you or about you, because it's how they feel about themselves. So all I do is either delete the comment or just block them, because to me, even though some people just leave it because it generates more views, it helps with your growth in that sense, but I don't want anyone else to look at that comment and feel comfortable enough to say something negative because that person was left all alone. I'm not gonna respond to you, I'm not gonna entertain it, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna block you, because I don't think you even deserve to see my next video that I'm gonna upload that's gonna, let's say if it's on TikTok, if it's gonna show up on your For You page. You don't deserve to see that, so I'm gonna block you. And that's pretty much how I deal with it. Sometimes if I just read the one word from that sentence, I know where that comment is going, so I don't even read it, I just block. The next question is, when did you start modeling? Again, I started doing modeling when I was in high school. I actually was signed up with this modeling agency called M Models, and their office is located in downtown Toronto. So I started with them and I got a lot of auditions and everything, but unfortunately it was very difficult for me at the time because I wasn't able to give my 100%, because the audition times would be the most random times, and it would be usually in the morning between 8 a.m. to 5 p.m, like pretty much every business hours, and I would be in school half of that time. So school is another part of my life that's like very, very important for me, and I just was like, okay, maybe I should just kind of slowly transition to become an Instagram model, so that way I could do my modeling and set up a time and schedule for myself without jeopardizing my school and my grades and everything. So I would say I was 16 or 17 when I started. Yeah. Okay. What's your biggest fear? My biggest fear in life is losing my loved ones. Obviously that's something that I don't have control over. Nobody has control over, but I feel like that's something that sometimes gets into my head, and I'm like, that's like the biggest fear I have. Otherwise, I'm not a fearful person. I like to live my life based on my own terms, because at the end of the day, this is my life. I'm here for a reason. If anything in my life doesn't bring peace, or if I don't feel free, I just feel like I'm not living my life, you know, then what's the point of just being on this earth? Kind of went deep with it, but that's how I think of it. The next question is, do you have any regrets? If so, what are they? No, I don't. Even though there might be, even though there were times in my life where I'm not most proud of like decisions I've made, but when I look back at a time, I thought that those were, at the time, it made sense the most to me. So I cannot be so harsh on myself and so hard on myself and just knowing it all the time. And it's okay to make mistakes, because of course at the end of the day I learned a thing or two from that experience. So I don't have any regrets, because at the end of the day, it's all or less. Life is all a trial and error. You're gonna, if something doesn't turn out the way you wanted it to turn out, you're gonna learn at least something. What is your long-term goal in life? I think I have a very specific goal in terms of my future and how I want to live my life, but to make it short and simple, I want to live a life where I'm just in peace. Not that I'm not in peace right now, I am. I want to live a life without any regrets. I want to live my life to the fullest, and my long-term goal is to, you know, even though now I'm on social media, like, have a beautiful family, have a successful life, do things in life that make sense the most for me, and do things in life in terms of my future and my goals that I love the most. That's the most important thing for me. I want to do things in my life that I love doing. I would say that is my long-term goal. The next question is, when is your birthday? So I'm born on October 20th. Should I give the year? I mean, I told you guys I'm 22, so 2000. And yeah, I think I have the easiest birthday to remember. 2010-20. There you go. So that brings us to the last question, and that is, what is your zodiac sign? I am a Libra. I am not too crazy about the zodiac signs, but for my girlies who are, I do like to check my horoscope here and there sometimes, just because I find it so interesting. But obviously I'm not like, I wake up every single day before I do anything else, check my zodiac to see what my day's gonna look like, and then if it has something negative in it or anything that might make me feel some type of way, I don't want to meet someone and something goes wrong and I'm like, oh, so you're that person, that my zodiac sign, that my horoscope said this, that is gonna happen. You're gonna bump into someone that's gonna make you feel some type of way, and it's that person. Like, I cannot. So yeah, that brings us to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys have an amazing day. I am so excited to be creating more fun videos for you guys. Feel free to comment, and even on Instagram, send me DMs. Let me know what kind of videos you guys want me to film. I don't mind, even if it's not video related. I would love to create content that's a little bit more fun and obviously something that you guys can all relate with. And please don't forget to like and subscribe this video, and I will see you guys on my next video. Bye.